Hello everyone. So before we begin, I want to clarify that this video is primarily a discussion video for adult collectors of Hot Wheels cars who remember the old Hot Wheels World City line and Matchbox Hero City, and now who know of or have modern Hot Wheels City sets. Now, I know a lot of diecast card collectors do not collect the play sets. I personally do. I like them. They're interesting. There are things about them that are unique. And I personally feel they're a nice addition to the cars. And, I mean, who can resist lifting up this lever, pressing that button, and launching the fire truck down the track? I mean, come on. It's just fun. Okay, now before we go into that, this is about which of the city lines, of the diecast car city lines, is better. I will maybe bring up a couple generic lines, but I can't remember the names of the one, so maybe not. But I want to talk about the original Hot Wheels City, the modern Hot Wheels City, and maybe some Matchbox Hero City. We'll see if I have time for that one. So what we have in front of us are the roads and a play set from Hot Wheels World City, which is the original Hot Wheels City line as far as I'm concerned. And then we have Hot Wheels City, which is the current line of Hot Wheels City sets. And I think most people who've gone to the toy aisle and seen Hot Wheels sees that they have a Hot Wheels City set or series or line currently available. I want to talk about the pros and cons of both sets, whether or not I think World City is better or Hot Wheels City is better, and I want to talk about what line has better things going for it, or had, and what the current line has going for it, okay? So what we're going to talk about, okay, first off, the roads. The roads between both lines are very important when you have a city-based diecast car toy line. So first off, these are the roads from the old Hot Wheels World City, and as you can see, this one's a little beat up because it's old, but there's all these different types of roads here. And then down here, you can see the roads for modern Hot Wheels City. Now right away, you can see a difference. And the major difference between the two is that Hot Wheels World City roads are 2 cars wide, which allows them to accommodate for wider cars like these two, and semi-trucks, with trailers, which otherwise cannot make it around these roads down here. The trailer gets stuck, or the truck itself is too long. So Hot Wheels City tracks, or roads, they're more like tracks, are fine for most of your cars. Most of your cars are going to get around them just fine, almost perfectly, with most cars. In fact, the nice thing about these roads is that as long as you don't launch it too hard, you can get a car to go around them when it's launched down the track. So that's the benefit of that. The World City roads, the best thing about them is that they are 2 cars wide. Although this also means when you launch a car across them and the car is freewheeling, it's probably not going to get around the turns regardless of what speed it's going. It's just going to, do something like that and wipe out on the turn. Which, I mean, it depends on what you're going for. If you're going for a more realistic line, World City is what you want because the roads look real, and a lot of the sets were a little more realistic. They still had that Hot Wheels, they were about speed and jumps and tricks, but a lot of them were fairly realistic. Like this set right here is just a simple car wash. And that's good. You need a car wash in the city. Now the modern line does have a car wash. I do not have it, as I've only recently gotten into the newer line. And unfortunately, a lot of my older sets are either incomplete or just I don't have them anymore from World City because they're from when I was a kid, and I didn't keep a lot of the World City stuff around. I kept most of the roads, couple sets here and there, but I don't have much in the way for that anymore. But I did keep the majority of the roads because these are good roads and they have their uses. They're not really fully compatible with the newer stuff, and the newer stuff isn't fully compatible with the old stuff, unfortunately. I really wish they had worked that one out. Now, out of the new roads, the intersection is probably my favorite, and the turns. But now, the biggest benefit, I think, of the newer sets, aside from having some pretty good playability, because if you drive over this button or just press this button, this explodes and an alligator comes out of it. In fact, let me show you how it works. So we got to get these cars off here. Now, if you've seen this set before, you probably know how it works. You've probably seen how this set works. I mean, I think even in the packaging, it's opened up. Actually, I'm not sure. But you press this button, and it blows up, and an alligator pops out, which is pretty cool. And it's supposed to get the cars, it's supposed to try to catch the cars in its mouth like that. Now, that is a nice playability feature, and I like it. But the playability features of older sets were primarily based a little more on realism. And I did have launchers to shoot the cars around and stuff, which was nice. But this more playability stuff is really nice. Even as someone like me who, I'm an adult now and, don't really usually get too much into playset stuff, I have to admit, Hot Wheels City is pretty nice. I still don't think the roads for Hot Wheels City... Well, the roads for Hot Wheels... Okay, I can't fix that. Not right now. I know how to snap together, but I need both hands and I'm holding my phone. Now, the roads for Hot Wheels World City I like better because they're two-car lanes. But some aspects of the roads here for Hot Wheels City are better, like the cars staying on the roads when they go around the corners and stuff. As long as you're not going too fast. And the roads of Hot Wheels City, not World City, but City, are easily connectable to Hot Wheels track, which is nice. This is a piece of Hot Wheels track in the in the Hot Wheels City street patterns, but it is Hot Wheels track, and this can connect to any Hot Wheels track, just about. And you can roll them straight off the Hot Wheels track and onto city roads, allowing you to connect a complete Hot Wheels track to the city roads, or even use the city roads as part of a complete Hot Wheels track, which also allows you to use the buildings that way. Connecting it all into one big Hot Wheels track, which I like that, I really do. Or just connecting a Hot Wheels track, like say the city goes into the T-junction, and then the T-junction is part of the track. See what I mean? But the problem with these two-lane roads is not just the semi-trucks. There's a lot of vehicles, like this Bogzilla truck, or the Halo Warthog, or even this Hot Rod here, or stunt cars. A lot of vehicles do not work on the Hot Wheels City tracks, just because these roads are only as wide as regular racetrack. Now, which roads you should use? Well, it really depends. I think it may be possible to use them together, but it would be a little tricky. Because these aren't really made to hook up the track, which means they're not going to hook up to this. There's workarounds for it, but it's, is it worth doing the workarounds? It really depends on how big of a city you want to build. And I've always enjoyed building things, so it's kind of like Lego, but it's Hot Wheels. And I like that. So, which one is better? I mean, this is what I'm going to say. Realism, World City was better. Playability, Hot Wheels City is better. I won't get into Matchbox City or the generic lines too much because I don't have much of that. Matchbox Hero City was pretty neat though, I'll give it that. But I don't even know if this is a Hero City set, to be honest. This is a police set. I don't think it counts as Hero City, but it is interesting. It's missing some pieces, obviously. Some part of the ramp's gone. But yeah, now if you ever get the chance, I would look up the Matchbox what was it called? The old haunted house set from, I forget the exact year. I was a little kid when I got it, and I think it was a part of Hero City, but I don't remember. Now, like I said, this video is about whether or not, as an adult collector, you would want these sets. And for me, it comes down to, do you like building, or do you just like looking at them? Well, and also, do you like playing with the sets? I know a lot of adults, they just like to collect these things, which is nice. But I know there's also a lot that like to race them on track still. Now, I don't know how many people are still into the actual sets, but I know there's a lot of people that are into the tracks, a lot of people that are into the cars. Now, which one? I personally like it all, but I'm going to say neither series is better, but certain aspects of each one is better. World City Realism and Hot Wheels City, the playability of the sets. And I think that's all the detail I really need to go into right now. Maybe I'll do a sequel to this where I bring up Matchbox Hero City and some of the generic lines. But I don't have a lot from those right now, so I can't really review them properly, or even compare them to the Hot Wheels City lines or World City, because I just don't have enough of those sets to really tell you whether or not they're better or not. Now, if you ever get around to it, connect these to like an oval racetrack or even just any kind of racetrack and see how many cars can get around the track. It's actually a lot of fun. So yeah, playability wise, City. Realism, World City. And that's all I can think of right now. This video is getting pretty long, so there you have it. Both lines are good. I can't decide which one's better. Maybe one is better than the other, but I can't make my decision. I would like this to be a discussion. If you think one line is better than the other, please let me know why. If you think one line is worse, or just let me know what you think of each line. City versus Hot Wheels World City. That's what I want to know. I want to know which Hot Wheels City line was better. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in another video about either racing or building a city setup or something. Thank you very much, and goodbye.